Welcome to the video lecture series of Digital Image Processing. Today's topic is Huffman coding. As you are aware now that lossless compression algorithm is what? Lossless compression algorithm is a type of algorithm which preserves data, and compression process does not incur any loss of data. It means whole of the information is kept intact, and they are widely used in applications where reliability and preservation of data is required. And various types of lossless compression algorithms exist. In the previous video lecture, you have studied about run length coding. Today, you are going to study about Huffman coding. Let us begin. Huffman coding. What is Huffman coding? It is a variable length coding. You must remember it. Huffman coding is a variable length coding. Here, coding redundancy can be eliminated by choosing a better way of assigning the codes. See, since there are various ways via which you can assign a codes to the individual messages, so if you are going to select an appropriate technique, so coding redundancy can be avoided. And you have studied that the coding redundancy is what? Coding redundancy is the difference of average length, average number of bits which is used to represent the message with the entropy. So accordingly you can calculate it. You must remember what is the Huffman coding algorithm. First, let me tell you what are the steps being required, then we will discuss with the help of a numerical as well. In case of Huffman coding, first you have to list the symbols and sort their probabilities. This is the first and very required step. In the next step, you have to combine the lowest two probabilities of the symbol and then label it with a new code in a next column. After that, in third step, newly created item is given priority and placed at the highest position in the sorted list. See, accordingly, if you are getting the sum as 0.4 and in the next column where you are going to place, it will be placed up after 0.3 or 0.39 something. Then step 2 is being repeated until only one node remain. Means this process will continue. And at the end you can see that the sum of the probabilities must be equal to 1. Even in case you are getting the sum of the probabilities is not equal to 1, it means you have done certain mistake and you can verify it in between. In this particular process, you can assign code 0 to the higher up symbols and code 1 to the lower down symbols. Then you have to trace the code symbols going backward. See, this process, this algorithm is applied, means this algorithm is you are moving from left to right, but while writing code you have to see, you have to write the code from right to left, means the backward direction. Let us discuss this question. Here we have taken a question. Here you have to calculate the Huffman codes for the following set of symbols which have been mentioned in this particular table. Symbols have been given as A, B, C and D and their corresponding probabilities are 0.4, 0.3, 0.2 and 0.1. So at the very first step, first you need to calculate what is the sum of probabilities. As you have studied the information theory, the sum of all the probabilities must be equal to 1. And here also it is coming out 1. It means question is correct. Now you can move on. So in this particular case, what you are going to do, first you have to arrange it into the columns. Let us write the symbols and their corresponding probabilities. Symbol A, its probability is 0.4. Symbol B probability is 0.3. For C, it is 0.2 and for D, it is 0.1. Now what you have to do? You have to add the lowest two, means you have to add these two and then you have to arrange it into the next column. See, the sum is 0.3. So let us arrange it onto the higher side. So what you are going to place in the next column? 0.4 as it is. This particular value at the second place 0.3. then at third place this value you are going to write. And in this particular process, as you have studied in the algorithm, the higher up symbol is being assigned a value 0 and lower is being assigned a value 1. Again, in the next column, add these two terms, 0.3 plus 0.3, you are getting 0.6. It means now 0.6 is the highest one. So you will assign it into the higher side, and 0.4 it will be coming out at the second position. Again, you can see the sum of these two. The sum is coming out as what? This is 1.0. Means you have to continue the process till the end. Now, when you have taken the sum of 0.3, higher up symbol 0, lower down symbol is 1. Again, higher up symbol is 0 and lower down symbol is 1. So, I hope now this particular process is clear to you. But when you have to write the codes, you have to write from backward. Means you have to write from right to the left. See how to write down the code words. First, let us see what is the code for A. You can see in this particular case, what is the value of A, which is 0.4. You can see what is its variation and what are the values being assigned. See, 0.4, none of the value is being assigned, then moving to this place and at this point. So here 0.4 is occurring at one place where it is being like contributed over here and the value is being assigned as 1. So code word for A is 1. Now let us write the code for B. See, what is the associated probability for B? Associated probability is 0.3. See, this particular term, this term is at this point value is 0. Then it is contributing to this 0.6. So 1, 0. Now write down the code words from the right to the left. So what the term you are going to write? It must be 0, 1. Now write down the code word for C. Similarly, you can see the associated probability is 0.2. See its variation. Initially it is 0, then it has been contributed to the second symbol, which is 0.30, and then contributing to 0.6, which is 0. It means this is nothing but 0, 0, 0. For D, associated probability is 0.1. See its path moving 1, 0 and 0. Right into the backward direction, it must be 0, 0, 1. So this is how you can write down the code words. If you have to write down the length of code word, you can write down this term as well. Length of code word, which is actually denoted by L of RK. For A, it is 1 because only 1 bit is available. For B, 0, 1 means length is 2 bit long. For C, it is 3 bit long, and for D, it is 4 bits long. Here you can also calculate the L average. What is L average? L average is the average number of bits. Let me write it. Average number of bits used to represent message. Let me erase this. This is average number of bits used to represent message. Formula is what? Summation for all values L of RK into P of RK. Substitute each and every values. Here 4 symbols are available, 4 and their probabilities. So first, length of code word, length of symbol A is what? 1. So this is 1 into its probability 0.4. For B, length is 2, its probability 0.3. For C, length is 3, its probability is 0.2, plus for D, length is 3 into its probability is 0.1. See here, you must correct it. This is 3 bit long. 001. So L average will be 1.9 bits per symbols. So this is how you can calculate the average number of bits which is required for this particular message. So I hope now it must be clear to you. You can also calculate the entropy and coding efficiency as well. Now let us discuss Huffman code tree approach. What is this Huffman code tree approach? Here the same question we have taken where 4 symbols have been given over here, means A, B, C and D. Now how to write down the codes for in this particular case? Huffman code is what? You have to start from a node. See, sum of all the probabilities is what? Sum of all the probabilities is 1. Start from this node. Then you have to divide it as per the symbols and their associated probability. So what would be the first branch? This 1 can be divided as the sum of 0.4 and 0.6. Sum of 0.4 and 6 is what? This is 1, and 0.4, this is denoted as what? A. It means symbol A can be recovered over here. So while assigning it, let us take a pattern. We are assigning value 0 to the leftmost branch and 1 to the right branch. So we can assign 0 and 1 over here. So now left branch, it is terminated at this particular point because symbol A is being recovered. Then from this particular value 0.6, it can be divided again into 2 halves. Let us say 0.3 and 0.3. The sum is equal to 0.6. So one branch can be terminated. If we say that the left is being terminated and 0.3, this particular value, this means symbol B is recovered, and again assign the value to the left one 0 and to the right one 1. So further like branching can be done from this node, rightmost branch. 0.3, it is the sum of 0.2 and 0.1. Here you can see the 0.2 means symbol C is recovered, 0.1 means symbol D is recovered over here, and again the same convention which we have taken, 0 to the left branch and 1 to the right branch. You can take any convention, but that particular convention must be taken throughout the whole question. See, when you have drawn into this particular manner, and this type of pattern or approach is known as Huffman code tree approach. Now you can write down the code words also. Let us write the code word. For symbol A, you can see it starts from here, terminated to this point only. So this is nothing but the 0. Let us write for B. See, started from this point and has been terminated to this end. So what is the code word? This is 10. For C, similarly, you can write starts from here 1, 1 and 0. 1, 1 and 0. And similarly for D, you can write it as 1, 1, 1. So this is how you can construct Huffman code tree. See, in the same question, if you are assigning 1 to the left branch and 0 to the right branch, the accordingly code word may vary. Topic for the next video lecture is Shannon-Fano coding. Thank you so much for watching this video.